All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the second video. This will be my current Spider-Man collection. What I have here, anyways, I do have more, but we'll do a little side thing like this. We'll do a little side shot of all of them. This is what I currently have here right now on me. I do have more stowed away, like I've said in the last one. I have more stowed away somewhere. I do have some more in the back there too, as you guys can see. But a lot of these ones, or not a lot, but some of them you saw in the last video. Some of them are still new, not new, but we got new and old. Well, everything pretty much everything in between. But we're gonna start on the left, and we're gonna shoot all the way over here. So, all right, we're gonna start with this one right here. This is my inbox collection of Spider-Man figures. Just like I said before, next, if you want to see more, if you want to see my out-of-box collection, let me know. But this one I think was part of the more recent retro wave, I think, or maybe 2024. This is a Ben Reilly Spider-Man. It's an alright figure. It's another one I got on sale. Comes with a little bit of, two separate hands. Not a lot of accessories with this one. There's the back of it. I really like Ben Reilly. I like Ben Reilly's concept. I'm, of course, a big fan of his very first outfit, the red and with the cut-off blue hoodie. But still a good figure. Really nice condition box. Okay, and then we move on to the Spider-Man Unlimited. No, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this one was last year, if I remember right. I think this came out last year. I never watched the show. I never watched the Spider-Man Unlimited show. I tried. I watched about 10 minutes of the first episode, and I just couldn't get into it. If I remember right, I think this suit is supposed to be like nanotech. Kind of like how Iron Man's last suit was in Infinity War and, Endgame. And there's the back. That's that there. This is what the figures that were in this line came with. Great figure. Good amount of accessory, a good amount of hands, whatever you need. I still thought they could have, made it more like that. You look at the picture and then you look at this and it's kind of a letdown, I think. But still an alright figure. If I knew how to repaint stuff, I'd repaint it. I would also repaint this next one I got coming up. Is this cell shaded Spider-Man. And the cell shaded, if you don't know what cell shaded is, alright, see, you can see like his leg there on the inside of his leg and the outside. So you see like the inside of his leg right there, how it's a little bit darker. That's what cell shaded is. This is from the 90s series Spider-Man. Beautiful figure. I really enjoy it. Comes with some web accessories. Good hands. This was a Walmart exclusive. This was impossible to get back a few years ago. I can't remember when this came out. I think maybe 2022. I want to say that's 4 years ago already. Jesus, man. Time's going fast. Web splat. That's what it comes with. Those are what that is. Web splat. Still a good figure, but I wish that they could have done a little bit more with the cell shaded. It kind of throws you off a little bit. Really nice figure. One of my favorites, the recent ones that they made. All right, now some of these next ones you're gonna remember from the last video. Here's the Spider-Man 77. I'll bring him up again. He's pretty much got the exact same web splat accessories. Like I said last time, shoelace. You can't really, you can't set him up with that. You can't take pictures with him. He won't. Yeah, I think that's a silly thing to put with this figure, but good amount of it. So I still think it's an alright figure for what it is. I like the idea of it. The little utility belt on it's really cool. Okay, I think I did this one too. The Black Spider-Man from Spider-Man 2. Like I said, really nice figure. I like the Venom symbiote thing accessory right there. Triangle on his hands, kind of resembling the Secret Wars from the comics. Really cool. Love the detail on it. It is insane. It's like armor a little bit, but it's also like alive and kind of, you can see like tendony muscle things. It's really sweet. It's got it on the back of its skull too, if you didn't know that. You ever played the game? Here's one again. This one's just gonna be a quick one. Spirit Spider. Got it at Walmart. It was on sale. Nice figure. Good amount of hands. Has more hands than that Ben Riley one does. Love that artwork there. I'm a big artwork guy. If you didn't, you haven't realized, I guess. I think I did this one too, but another one. I love it. Maximum Series Spider-Man. Love, love, love this figure. Massive fan of it. I wish that every Spider-Man figure would come like this with separate heads. You know, the Peter Parker head, that Peter Parker head, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys nightmares tonight. Look at that. Just stare into that guy's face. Look at his eyes. Yeah, I like the web accessories. They're a little bit, they look like a little bit, especially that one. That looks a little bit like something else that, you know, you could shoot out. But yeah, love the artwork. I wish they would have done something different with that head. But anyways, still a good representation of the McFarlane Spider-Man. All right, we'll do this one. I want to do a video solely on the movie figures I have too. I have a good amount of them. But here we go. We have Marvel Legends, No Way Out, No Way Out, No Way Home, No Way Out. I think I did this one too, the Andrew Garfield one with no accessories. Oh, it's a good figure still. I still like it. I just, you know, it's just a repaint of the one that they let out without the Andrew Garfield head. So yeah, good figure. I love it. I love it. I think I did this one too. Was the Hellfire Gala, Met Gala, whatever you call it. Spider-Man. Like I said, I think this is in the Spider-Man 2 game. Still a good figure. It's kind of purpley. One did get released today. Was a Iron Spider, black and gold. If you ever want to get that, it's $35. I'm not gonna get it because that price is insane. All right, anyways, we got Spider-Man Origins with the Hasbro. It's when Hasbro took over for Toy Biz. I think I showed this too. One of my childhood favorite ones. I lost it. I still have the cape stowed away. I don't know where it's at. I'll have to look for it. Yeah, you can really see Hasbro's come a long way. A long, long way. I still really like this paint though. Like the kind of metallic-y blue shining off with the light, you know. You put it in the light, it's nice. That red is kind of goofy, and that paintwork for the chest, that spider skull thing, looks kind of ridiculous. But like I said, they've come a long way since then. Get them all out of the way that I showed before. All right, so we showed this one yesterday. Still one of my all-time favorites. Huge fan of the Carnage head and the hands it comes with. Reminds me of the 90s series Spider-Man. I wish they would do something like that. I wish, like I said, I think that would be a good one to recreate. If anybody from Hasbro is watching this, which I'm sure you're not, remake this in the next wave if you guys decide to keep doing the retro wave Spider-Man stuff. All right, here we go. This is one I haven't shown. I think the rest of them are gonna be ones that you guys haven't seen. So we got the battle damaged Magic the Gathering Spider-Man here. Now this one was kind of an iffy one for me too, because I think it was about $37 if I remember right, 35 to 37, because of this card right here. Comes with a good amount of hands. Nice. I love that Spider-Man, that Peter Parker face that's beat up. He's got like a bloodshot eye too from getting beat up so bad. It's a nice web shield there. I wish the mask was a little bit more battle damaged and it was, you know, a little bit more across the chest. Here they could have done good scars across the chest rather than those two puny ones. But still, one of my favorite, still a one of a kind figure for this time of year, for this, for our lifetime, I guess. They've had better ones, but still very nice. Okay, the one that started it all. This, I think it's gonna fall. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on that one right now because the one in the back is making it fall over. Here's another battle damaged one. This was, I think, yeah, it says series 2, so this came after that one there. This is another battle damaged. Like, look at that mask though. This is another battle damaged Spider-Man. Toy Biz made it. I think this is when Todd McFarlane was making stuff. I think it's a representation of the Todd McFarlane series because you can see the comic book in the back. I think that's a McFarlane art. It's McFarlane's art. For what it was, I think this was like 2001 this came out. I'm pretty sure I had a lot of these as a kid. I just broke them all. I was so rough with my toys. But still, for what it was, 2001, this is an amazing looking figure. I mean, the detail for this, look at that. Like that, I think with the blue, they could have, for like being flipped up, from the inside, they could have made it a little darker just to kind of show that it was, it's flipped. It can kind of confuse people, I think, a little bit. But that mask, though, they didn't really do much battle damage for the chest or anything. Legs a little bit, but that mask, though, the detail on it looks like the mask is like melting there a little bit. It's on his eye lens, really, really nice. And then it comes, of course, all Toy Biz figures. They come with cool ass accessories, which is this lizard looking thing coming like trapped in steel. And now I know that you can move this arm. This arm is articulated up by that shoulder. I think the jaw is too. Very, very nice figure. Love this figure. It's dented on. It's dented a little bit on the bottom, so it won't stand up very well. Very nice figure. Yeah, comes with those 3, or this is the series it came with. So very, very nice. Now we'll get to this one. The one that started it all for 6-inch figures is this Spider-Man here. Another representation of Todd McFarlane. I'm a big Todd McFarlane Spider-Man art guy. There's Jack Kirby and Alex Ross. Those are my main 3. Alex Ross. I wish they'd do more Alex Ross stuff though, like kind of realism Spider-Mans. That would be really, really cool. All right, but yeah, this is the Spider-Man Classics 6-inch Spider-Man. That started it all for the 6-inch line. Came with these beautiful figures here. I really, really want that Venom. I have the black Spider-Man put away somewhere too. It's just, again, not here. I have that one. Really, really would like that one. Have that one. And that one I will be showing you. I have this one in the box and it's here. Very, very nice figure. Here it is. The big one. This says 6-inch, but I think this is more like 8. I mean, just insane amount of detail on this man spider. This is insane. You can see like he's like pretty much this spider. He's only got a few more things to go. You can, but like that face though, where it's making him, it's kind of turning him into it. You still see his eye and his jaw and everything. Crazy amount of detail they put into this. This is a great figure. It comes with like a little swamp base looking thing too for this. Of course, I think it works really, really well with this figure. There it is right there. A little swamp base. It's amazing. This is an amazing figure, this man spider. I don't know if this is really sought after or anything, but I think I'd say this is a rarer figure to find in box. I guess I don't want to say for sure, but I would say yeah. I'll just stop talking. Okay, now on to these ones. We got a Spider-Man 2 figure. Web Trap Spider-Man. Looks like it comes with a not a telephone, but it's a street lamp looking thing, accessory with a web that shoots from the light that probably zips up and you can catch your spider, or you can catch your enemies. The Spider-Man is super posable, 36 points of articulation. I'm just nostalgic for these kinds of Spider-Man. I mean, this is incredible. The incredible detail on the legs, you don't find that. You don't find that in today's figures. Even if the figures aren't like even if the figures today are pinless and, you know, have better ab crunch or whatever, I mean, these ones, I would put these figures up against any figures today, and it would still probably win. Great figure. I don't know exactly what it came with. Oh yeah, so there's that. Web climbing Spider-Man. We got the magnetic Spider-Man. Everybody loves that one. And we got a twist and shoot Spider-Man. Now, yeah, now we're gonna show. I got 2 out of the 4 of them. This one I know is really, really sought after. This is everybody has a special place in their heart for this one. We got the magnetic Spider-Man. He's got a magnetic flagpole, or not a magnetic, but you got a little magnet base there, right there, that you can stick him to. You can slide up and down the flagpole. Again, just amazing craftsmanship on the figure. Love it, love it. You'll never see Hasbro do anything like that, sadly. The paint, I mean, like the red there, they could have painted that black, but you know, I'm just gonna stay nostalgic to it and just, yeah, just love this figure. It's amazing. There's not much I can say more that I already have. It's just, everybody has a special place for this one. It's a beautiful figure. Okay, this one you guys saw yesterday. I am saving one for the very, very end, because I believe it is a one of one, or not a one of one, but you're not gonna find anybody else that has it in box. And it's a really kind of strange one. But anyways, we showed this one yesterday. We got the black costume Spider-Man with the missile, you know, hang glider looking thing. Good figure, solid figure. I love the, you can kind of see there, like on his shoulders, how it's kind of butterflied a little bit. You know, that was just early. This was early on for people doing this. I think Toy Biz did this early on. Butterfly joints and kind of hinged up there with the shoulder too, so it has a little more range to move. I like this figure. I had this figure out of the box. I love it. Loved and still love it. It's amazing. I don't know what it came with though, or what wave it came with. The Ultimate Rhino. Okay, I showed that yesterday. That Cyborg Spider looks pretty dope. And then I'm pretty sure I had that Secret Identity one too as a kid, because I remember that Peter Parker head. But yeah. Anyways, on to this one right here. This one I think is pretty sought after as well. I'm not sure though. I mean, if you guys know, leave it in the comments. We got the Snapshot Spider-Man. This is probably my favorite figure in my collection now. I am in love with the giant shoulders. I mean, he just looks buff too. If you get to hold this in hand, if you get to ever see this and hold it in hand, you're gonna see, like, this is, if you were growing up in like the early 2000s, yeah, this is a figure. I just love it. I love everything about it. The detail in the webs, even if they're not all colored in black, they still sculpted it. It looks shiny. I love that color of blue. I just love that color blue on Spider-Man. The kind of sky baby blue looking thing. The spider is perfect. The shoulders and the legs and his arms are massive. And then that head sculpt. That head sculpt is my favorite. I can sit there and just look at that head all day. It is my favorite head sculpt. It kind of reminds me of that Tom Holland Spider-Man from the 3-pack with Iron Man and Iron Man and Captain America I showed yesterday. I'll compare those two together. This figure is an amazing figure. Comes with a little camera. little display with a burglar, and he's on top of a light pole again. I'm sure you're supposed to like pose as Spider-Man and take a picture with him. Great figure. My favorite figure. I think it comes with a little bit of pictures too, maybe a Daily Bugle. Paper. Awesome figure. It comes with the Ultimate Lizard too. Webline Spider-Man and Super Jab Spider-Man. But that's something I never understood about these two is, you see that? Like, that's the one from the Urban Legends. That's the Spider-Man from the Urban Legends line, and they're gonna put that in the promotional picture and then come out with this masterpiece. They must have not had these made yet before they made the accessories. I don't know. The Spider-Man is fucking cool, dude. This Spider-Man is amazing. Again, another one I'd put up against any Hasbro line today, and it would win in an instant, no contest. All right, we're on to the last three. This one I just got, yesterday? Got it in the mail. We got Battle Ravaged, another Battle Damaged Spider-Man from Spider-Man 1. I have a few of these figures, or not this specifically, but I have a few from the Spider-Man 1 movie. I love the art. Again, the box art is amazing. You can see the lenses, see Green Goblin in it. This is what I'm talking about, battle damage. I mean, that face there is fucked up. That chest could have a little bit more damage, but still way better than the last two. Has damage on the arms, on the inside of the arms. It's just the same body mold as the super articulated Spider-Man from this line, from series 1, if I believe it. Comes with some bricks, a little stand for you to put the figure in. Really, another one that I would just put up against anyone. I'll say it again. But yeah, it's the same body mold as this one. It's the superposable one. I had the superposable Green Goblin in a 2-pack from, like, I think the later 2000s. He came with some weird shiny looking Spider-Man, and his mask came off and whatever. But anyways, I never had that. I never had these two. I would like to get that J. Jonah Jameson. That one. Oh yeah, that'd be great. An amazing figure, amazing looking box too for the time. I mean, you know, what is this? This is like, what, 15, 16 years old, 14, something like that, 14 to 16 years old. And this box is just held up amazingly. Super, super good figure. Love it. All right, this one, I know everybody loves it so much, is this. Again, another superposable Spider-Man, but it's the McFarlane Spider-Man from back in the day. You know, you gotta have that suit, and you gotta have that McFarlane figure. Great figure. He's a little bit more skinnier than the Super Shot, Snapshot, whatever you want to call it. It comes with a wall crawling action looking thing. And yeah, this is another great figure. A lot of figures I've realized kind of go with the darker red and blue with today's figures. They don't really do a lighter blue like the Snapshot. Amazing sculpt. I know everybody loves this figure. I'm blessed to have this in the box. And I know there's a lot out on eBay too, but they're not gonna ask for, $1 million. This is the Sandman I was talking about yesterday. That Scorpion and this Sandman are my favorite figures from this line. I mean, or my favorite villains from this line. And that's another one I want to do too, is I want to do a whole episode or a whole video on my Spider-Man villains that I have here. It wouldn't be a long video, it'd probably be like 5 minutes really, and you'd have seen all, but still solid figure. Okay, now the final one. This one I feel is probably my most rare figure I have in my collection, and it's really weird too. I don't understand why this one is so sought after. Hold on a second. All right, this one right here, Spider-Man versus Abomination. Again, the Todd McFarlane figure looks incredible. Kind of a skinnier figure, like I said. Still amazing figure. Love it. Now it's just I don't really get this because I mean you can't find this. I don't know where you'll you can even look to find something like this. You'll just have to stumble upon it. But if I'm not mistaken, Abomination is Hulk's villain. So I don't really know why they would put these two together. My thing is I think, or my what do you call it? My thinking is that they had extra this one, or maybe they had like a million of these Abominations left over, because I know they made these single figures in a Hulk line, but to sell more of those to get them out of the warehouse, they probably paired them with this McFarlane Spider-Man that everybody loves so much, and then just slapped on a special edition as classic Clashes. I don't think it's that. This is not a classic Clash. You wanted to put something in here, you should have put that Green Goblin with the see-through eyes, with the holographic yellow eyes from the Sinister Six pack. Oh yeah, that's a 2010 kid's dream right there. That's that's the Amazing Spider-Man right there. Had posters of him on my, for going to school and everything. I just look at him and make up stories in my mind instead of doing my homework. That's Abomination. He's got like coral on his back. But this one right here is, I think, is super, super, super rare. And I think that I'm probably the only one to have this in box. If anybody else has this in box, let me know. I want to know how many people actually have this, because I don't think a lot of people have this. This is very, very, I'm going to say it over and over again. This is very rare, I believe. This is great. Great figures. The Abomination's all right. But yeah, I mean, this is my, yeah, that's the end. I mean, this is my Spider-Man collection, of my inbox Spider-Man collection I have here. Yeah, just let me know if you guys want to see any more. If you guys want to see any more of my collection, I'd be really, really happy to let you guys see it. I'd go find my stuff, and yeah. So these are my, yeah, I just want to end it right here like this. This is, yeah, this has been my Spider-Man collection so far. Just let me know down in the comments, and leave a like if you want to see any more. If you want to see my out-of-box collection, you want to see really anything. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.